Welcome to the Paycheck Project. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button.
Oh no, this can't be happening.
Talk about a button. You know the one, it's on almost every checkout page, and it has totally changed how we shop online. It promises you can get what you want right now and worry about the cost, well, later. But is there a hidden price to paying later? We're going to break down the whole buy now, pay later world to figure out if that convenience is really worth it.
Oh, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're scrolling, you find those perfect sneakers, you look at the price, and yikes. A little steep. But then, right below it, you see that magic button, split into 4 easy payments. Suddenly it feels totally doable. It's like a little life hack to get your stuff without feeling the full financial sting. And that exact feeling, that's what we need to unpack.
So what exactly is Buy Now, Pay Later, or BNPL? Well, on the surface, it's just a way to chop up your purchase into smaller chunks. But let's get one thing straight right from the jump. No matter how they dress it up, it is a loan. A short-term loan, but a loan nonetheless.
And its power is in its simplicity, for sure. It's designed to be frictionless. You pay, 25% now? And the package is on its way. You get the dopamine hit of a new purchase, and the bill becomes a problem for, future you. The secret sauce is that huge promise you see everywhere. Interest-free. But is it really free? Right, that's the billion-dollar question, isn't it? If you're not paying interest, how are these companies making so much money? Because trust me, they are. The cash has to be flowing from somewhere.
Okay, so their money comes from 3 main streams. The biggest piece of the pie, by far, comes from the stores you're shopping at. They call them merchant fees. Then there's a smaller slice from people like us, things like late fees and interest. But that last little sliver, data monetization, that one is where things get really interesting, and maybe a little creepy.
Let's start with that big slice. For every single time you click that BNPL button, the store pays the BNPL company a fee. And it's not a small one. We're talking anywhere from 2 to 8% of your purchase. For perspective, that's way, way higher than a typical credit card fee.
So you have to ask, why would stores pay that much more? Simple. Because it makes you more likely to buy and buy more. But that cost, it doesn't just vanish. A lot of the time, retailers just bake it right into the prices of their products. So while you aren't technically paying interest, you might be paying a higher price for the item itself. You're kind of subsidizing your own free loan without even realizing it.
And what about when it's not interest-free? If you miss a payment on one of those Pay in 4 plans, or maybe you opt for a longer-term financing option, well, that's when the real fees kick in. The interest rates can absolutely skyrocket to an APR this high. That's more than almost any credit card out there.
And that brings us back to that third sneaky revenue stream, your data. These companies are tracking everything you buy. They know your habits, they know your weaknesses, and they use all that info to create what some experts are calling personalized debt funnels. They hit you with perfectly timed ads and offers to get you to use their service again and again and again, keeping you in a cycle of borrowing.
See, this is about more than just money. It's about psychology. The entire BNPL system is built to hack our brains, tapping into our natural impulses to make us spend money we probably shouldn't.
I absolutely love this phrase I found in the research. Experts call it financial anesthesia. It's like a shot of Novocaine for your bank account. It just numbs that immediate pain of a big purchase. You get all the joy of getting something new, but the pain of paying is delayed. It totally bypasses that little voice in your head that would normally ask, hey, wait, can I actually afford this?
And what this does is create a powerful illusion of affordability. A $200 jacket doesn't feel like $200 anymore, it just feels like $50. This illusion tricks you into feeling like you have more spending power than you actually do, which makes it super easy to buy things that are way outside your real budget.
And because it's so easy to get approved, it can lead to this really dangerous thing called loan stacking. It starts out small. You get one thing. Then maybe you use a different BNPL app for something else. And then another. And before you know it, you're not just dealing with one $50 payment, you're trying to juggle 4 or 5 of them on different apps with different due dates. And what felt manageable is now a huge, confusing mess.
And the data is crystal clear about who's getting hit the hardest. For young people, ages 18 to 24, BNPL loans make up a massive 28% of their total unsecured debt. Look at that. That is so much higher than the average for everybody else. It just goes to show how much younger consumers are leaning on this type of credit.
And the fallout is real. What happens when it all becomes too much to handle? This number is a real gut punch. Nearly 1 in 4 users said their credit score actually dropped because they missed a BNPL payment. So much for it being a totally risk-free way to shop.
Okay, so all of this leads to the big question. Is using BNPL actually any better than just swiping a regular old credit card? Let's put them head-to-head and see what's what.
All right, let's break it down. BNPL is definitely easier to get approved for, usually just with a soft credit check that doesn't hurt your score. But, and this is a big but, when it comes to consumer protections, like if your item is a scam or it never shows up, credit cards have way stronger, legally backed protections. Same for building your credit score. Credit cards are built for that. BNPL, not so much. It's really a trade-off, easy access versus long-term security.
So here's the bottom line. BNPL is all about that instant, short-term convenience. But it comes with a lot of hidden risks and way fewer safety nets. Credit cards, they give you solid protections and are much better for building your financial future. But only if you're disciplined enough to pay them off and avoid that high interest.
So after hearing all that, you might be wondering, is it even possible to use BNPL safely? And the answer is yes, but you have to be really smart about it. You need a strict game plan. So if you're going to use it, here's how you do it without falling into the trap.
This right here is the #1 most important rule. You have to forget all the slick marketing and the seamless design. You have to change how you think about it. Every single time you click that button, you need to tell yourself, I am taking out a loan. This is real debt. It has real consequences.
And here are 4 rules that are just not negotiable. 1, fight that urge to loan stack. Just have one BNPL loan out at a time, period. 2, treat the payments like any other bill. Put them in your budget so you see them coming. 3, seriously, read the fine print. You need to know every single potential late fee or penalty. And finally, never, ever, ever pay off debt with more debt. Don't use your high-interest credit card to pay your BNPL installment. That's how you start a debt spiral you can't get out of.
So we're back where we started. Buy now, pay later is a really powerful tool. That convenience at checkout is no joke. But now you see the whole picture, how they make their money, the psychological games they play, and the very real risks involved. So the final question is for you to answer. Now that you know, is that convenience really worth it?